Good morning, everybody. It is time for Top Tip Tuesday, our new time, 8:30 a.m. every Tuesday morning. This is the last term that we'll be doing Top Tip Tuesday in the mornings. Next term, I'll be moving it to the afternoon so that all of my mornings begin at 10 a.m. Yay! So here's to the 3-day work week. This year, I've really been putting in the pre-planning and pre-scheduling to get my life back to a 3-day work week, which is really exciting. And I'm loving how it's coming together. Good morning, honey. So we got the beautiful Michelle Jules Parsons, your end-of-life companion and funeral celebrant on board. Great to have you here, Michelle. And today I wanted to share with you all, and thank you, Michelle, for always tuning in. I love you. And I'm super excited about our next coaching session as well to bring your lead generation funnel together for your emotional will. I'm really loving what we've created. It's all with Celie, the designer at the moment, so watch this space. So let's talk about what I want to share with you in today's top tip. Oh, look, we've got a Facebook user. By the way, whoever that is, if you click the link up above, I'll be able to see who it is. Looking amazing, Joes. Love the new items. Thank you so much. I thought I could probably give you a little bit of a tour. So I went out, for those of you that don't know, I went out yesterday. I know I'm getting sidetracked already. Shiny new things. I'm losing my voice and I've got a head full of mucus at the moment, which is not that great. But I went out yesterday for my personal stylist shopping spree with the amazing Adelaide style queen, Jo Puplet. Not sure if you can hear me if I'm speaking into the mic enough. Anyway, we have the new look. So this is what we got. Let me just step back so you can see. I got some nice new denim jeans, matching belt. Can I show you the boots? With the boots here, pink tucked in linen shirt. And so the look that I'm going for, and a hot tip, blend your earrings with your shoes. If you're a blondie like me, this is a big lesson. Don't wear dark shoes. In fact, no matter what your hair color is, find your shoes to match that and then blend it in with the earrings and the belt. So big breakthrough moment. This is not even part of your Hot Top Tip Tuesdays, but style tip, my friends. Don't wear colors that don't match your hair on your shoes if you are blonde particularly. And when you do, you bling it all together with the same tone. So these are like little natural colored earrings, matching the shoes, matching the belt. And the thing about it is it's all so simple and so obvious when you know it. But I've bought all these beautiful leather shoes and beautiful leather accessories before, but they've always been more darker leather because that's what I've loved. And I put it on and I go, why is this not looking right for me? Boom, mind blown. That is why. Anyway, back to today's Top Tip Tuesdays, my friends. So I'm feeling fabulous. I tell you, if you are lacking in mojo or confidence or a little bit of zest, get yourself a style makeover with Jo Puplet. It really does make you feel $1 million. And it's also a lot of bloody good fun. So let's talk about today, speaking of fun, some fun ways that you can actually build your business and your brand. And I wanted to start by sharing with you a little story about when we first launched the 7 Effect. So in 2014, which is 7 years ago this month, in May, so the 7 Effect turns 7 this month. In May, I hope you'll come to our birthday and celebrate with us. We launched the 7 Effect, and we had this beautiful breakfast event. We invited friends and family, and it was sold out. We got 60-something people in the room, fully booked. And normally for a breakfast event, what happens is you get quite a few no-shows because it's early in the morning. We had 0 no-shows. In fact, we had 2 extras book that morning and come. So it was a good sign right from the start the 7 Effect was going to make waves. Good morning, Pooja. Love to see you here as well. And I love this. Thank you, Michelle. Love you too. You are still by far my best investment. Thank you. That means the world to me. I'm really grateful for that. And you know what? I freaking love working with you, Michelle. I absolutely love it. So anyway, there's Amy and I. We launched the business. By the way, Amy is the co-founder of the 7 Effect, who since stepped out of the business at the end of 2018 to be a mum and have 2 gorgeous little girls and do the stuff that she wanted to do, live her goals, which was really exciting. Right away, we jumped on a plane as soon as that breakfast was done, and we flew to Byron Bay. Why did we fly to Byron Bay? We flew to Byron Bay because we knew that investing in a coach was probably the smartest thing we could do if we were really serious about our business. And right from the get-go, we were serious about our business. We didn't want to kick tires. We weren't just dabbling with an idea. We were fully all in. We were like, we understand the coaching and consulting industry. We understand the events industry. We know full well that there's money to be made in this space if you do it well. We're going to get invested. We paid 10 grand. Our coach was based in Byron, and we flew all the way up. And we spent 3 days with him, and we had 2 trips to Byron Bay for our $10,000 investment. Pretty expensive, but I still say it was one of the best investments we made, because some of the things that we learned in those 3 days and then the following 3 days put us on a different trajectory than what we would have done if we had have gone on our own. So there we were in Byron Bay, and as part of the coaching with this coach, we had to each sit on a hot seat. There was about 8 of us in this intensives, and the coach would pull stuff out of us until we kind of reached a bit of a breaking point to find out where our barriers were and where our blocks were. And Amy got up on the seat, and she won't mind me sharing this because I've shared this story several times in public before. And the coach was drilling around to find out what was it that was going to hold Amy back from being in business. The things that were holding me back was selling from stage. And anyway, that's a separate story in itself. And so for Amy, it came up that her big fear was disappointing me, was letting me down. And what I loved about what the coach said to Amy, and it's rung true with me and it's sat with me ever since, is he said, it's not about letting anyone down. And she said, I don't want to let our clients down. I particularly don't want to let Jodie down. I'm just very afraid of letting people down. And it turns out a lot of people have a fear of letting others down. In fact, I was just coaching someone last week, and this came up as their number one fear. So anyway, the coach said this to Amy. Here's the thing, Amy. As you build the 7 Effect and you focus on inspiring people to live life by design, not by default, your job, your number one job is to live an amazing life. That's all you have to do, is live an amazing life and show others how they can do the same. And it really shifted things from I've got to work hard, I've got to be an employee, I've got to do all these things to not disappoint Jodie, to not disappoint the clients, and like just go, have a freaking good time in life, because our business is about inspiring people to live an epic and awesome life. And so that was a really big breakthrough for me as well as for Amy. And what I wanted to do was share with you today 7 ways that I have come to know work in terms of building your business. And they're not conventional ways about build a funnel, post every day on social media, etc., etc. So here they are. Fun ways that work to build your brand and grow your business. Number 1, go to an event. And what I mean by that is get out of your bubble. If you've been sitting in a bubble behind your computer for a while, working, grinding away, and you've disconnected from the world, you've disconnected from other humans, do something social. Go to an event, book yourself into a retreat, a workshop, even just a fun social event, and have a good time. Now, here's what works really well is you make little snippets of you living this awesome life going to events and share it on social media, and it all adds up. People are watching. And here's the thing, if you're building a coaching or consulting business, guess what? You are the brand, and how you show up in life is how people judge whether they want to show up with you in business or not. So I went to an event for Mother's Day, the day before Mother's Day, which was run by the beautiful Dina from Village Hood, Australia. It was a Mother's Day pampering event. I took my mum along. We did a little bit of a reel. I connected with lots of beautiful women in business. I rocked up and there were women there that already knew me that I didn't know, and it was really nice. I felt like a celebrity, and it's like, oh my God, I got to get out more, my friends. So go to an event, get out of the house and go and meet some people. It doesn't even have to be a businessy event. This was a Mother's Day pampering event, but it aligns with my business, and I take my mum along because she's always good for a bit of social media. Number 2, join a group. So get connected with a knitting group or a group of women in business or a group of mums who love to go fishing on the weekend or whatever it might be. Find a group. If you're into property and building wealth, like I know you are, Pooja, maybe connect with the Wow Women in Property group. If you are into business, go and hang out with Carly and the SA Women in Business, or go and hang out with the SA Mums in Business if you're not in South Australia. Find a group around you of people that you like, and don't just kick their tires. Show up, join the group, be part of the community. Have fun. It's a really fun way to build your business. You know, since I joined the SA Women in Australia group, I only joined that late last year. We got 3 or 4 new clients out of that. Plus, I found several really great service providers as well. And it's an amazing community to be part of. I just love it. All right. Number 3, set and share your goals. Now, this is a crazy one, but actually, it's not just about business, but the goals that you are creating for yourself in life or in business. When you set them and share them publicly, people are voyeuristic. They go along the journey with you. So make sure you think about what's a challenge that you're taking on. Like 75 hard was a goal of mine, lose 10 kilos. I publicly did that, and now I feel amazing, and I've gone and redone my style. I set a goal a year ago with Jo to give myself a style makeover. Now, it took me a year to lose the 10 kilos because I kept getting distracted by other things. But anyway, I did it, and people come along that journey. We've got Alicia here making a comment. Be sure to check out our amazing events on the 7 Effect Facebook page, especially our birthday party and our life-changing Freedom Fest and Freedom Awards. Thank you for sharing that, Alicia. Yes, speaking of events, those are awesome events to get along to. The birthday party is on Thursday, the 27th of May. I think we've got about 10 places left for that. Beautiful 3-course dinner party, drinks, DJ, dancing, fun, a community of amazing women who support each other, who cheer each other on. Like, why wouldn't you want to come and celebrate with us and be part of this epic community and do things like that? Freedom Fest, obviously that's a no-brainer. It's 3 days. It's going to change your life. And then the Freedom Awards, many of you are going to scoop up prizes and go home with awards in November as well, which is exciting. Good morning, Facebook user. If you want me to know who you are, just click on the link above and I'll be able to see it. So set your goals and share them. I set another goal to grow our Instagram page to 10,000 followers by November, by Freedom Fest. And I want to be able to at Freedom Fest say, all right, this is how we did it. I better bloody do it now. But by the way, we're already at 1,020 something, which is great. A couple of weeks ago, we only had 848. So it's growing and it's starting to snowball, which is good. More about how we're doing that later. So set your goals and share them. A lot of people are too private in this industry. I don't think you have to share all your dirty laundry with everyone, but relevant goals, people like to follow along. Number 4, believe it or not, taking a holiday is one of the best things you can do for your business and your brand, particularly if you are a coach that is helping people around life. It is helping people around health. It is helping people around any form of entrepreneurship or business. Why? Because a lot of the time, even around leadership, I would say, a lot of the time people disconnect the association with having a life and a career. In fact, when I was working in the corporate world, I got to realize that Most people working full time literally say, I've lost my life. I need to get a life. I feel stuck in life. And so when you do things like take a holiday and talk about the benefits of that holiday, or even just give people little tours of the holiday that you're going on, they watch, they follow. And here's something really interesting for you. At the start of this year, we launched 7 Steps to Six Figures as a big program. And there were several women that joined that had been watching me for the last couple of years and have said, you know what, Jodes, I've just watched your life improve and change and get better. And I just want what you're having. I want to create that for myself. And so then they go, okay, she's the real deal. I trust her to be a person that could help me. If you're in the space of health as a coach, I would 100% take a holiday to a health retreat, or even a beautiful one-day restore retreat like Mandy Price does, the Rest and Restore one-day retreat. Go there, make it a business expense, and capture the essence of what you learn and share that back. Take the pressure off yourself to be the expert in all the things, and show that you are an expert in just engaging with life, engaging with the content around you. And this is an interesting one for someone like Michelle Jules Parson, who's a funeral and an end-of-life celebrant. Michelle, don't worry. I'm thinking, how does this relate to Michelle? You know what, Michelle, you're all about living a great life and making sure that the days that we have on this earth, we make the most of. And when we do go, we don't leave a mess behind. So even taking a holiday for you, Michelle, and I know you and Rick do this really well. You go to the Intercontinental for your special staff, but sharing parts of that and the messages in that on your business page could be very beneficial as well, because you just might inspire your clients to live a richer life, to engage more meaningfully with each and every day. And so these are genuine business expenses for me. I live this life. I go on these holidays and I make them business trips because I'm all about educating people. Number 5, and in fact, Jason and I just got back from a 2-day mini break, went down to the Barossa Valley. Holidays are good for me because I get lots of inspiration to share content and social media, which means we get more followers, which means we get more brand exposure, which means we get more inspiration from people. And it's like, plus we showcase other businesses and brands when we're on holidays. You know, I love, because I'm a business coach, looking at other businesses, meeting other business owners and doing a quick photo or a little quick story about them, quick interview like I did with Kelly, the owner of Juggle House Experiences. Make it fun, my friends. Number 5, go on an adventure. So you may not have time to do a full holiday. I recommend, if you don't have time, like literally book it in, but you might even want to do a mini adventure, like lean into some fears, challenge yourself. Let's say, oh, look who we've just got. This is perfect timing. Good morning, Sue Giacobbe. So Sue and I have a goal on our bucket list to one day jump out of an aeroplane, parachuting. Woo! It's terrifying to me. But that's an adventure that we will do and capture the footage and talk about leaning into fears, conquering our fears, and hopefully still surviving. So Sue, I look forward to that. Jason and I just recently in our little mini holiday did a helicopter trip. I made a quick reel. It took me less than 5 minutes. It's so far my best performing reel on Instagram. So these little things get you out there, and the more you do them, the more it compounds. And Sue's saying, woohoo, can't wait. So I hope you're making a list of these things and you're going to look at your diary between now and the end of the year and put them all in. Put them all in. Number 6, interview people. Now, this is a really great way to build your brand and your business. We've got Freedom Fest coming up, right? And I was having a chat to Sandra, who is the owner of hashtag Instaprints. She's the awesome chick that's at every event here in South Australia with her photo booth. She takes over your social media and she makes it explode on Instagram. If you're having events, definitely get her along. She will, of course, be at Freedom Fest. She did our Freedom Awards, and I caught up with her at Dina's event at Village Hood, Australia, where she had the Mother's Day Pamper Day. Anyway, I chatted to Sandra and I said, Sandra, I really want to get your help letting your community of business owners know about Freedom Fest. And she said, yes, absolutely, I'd love to. And she said, you know what, Jodes, the best way to do it is you interview lots of different business owners around what freedom means to them. And I went, oh my God, yes, of course. This is what I tell all my clients to do. It works a treat. I've done that before around women in business, women who have quit their job and started their business. And so I recommend that if you want to build your brand and leverage off of other existing brands, do a regular interview. You don't have to go and set up a full podcast. Maybe one day you might like to, but even once a month, preferably once a fortnight, even better once a week, find someone and interview them. This is definitely something that I'm going to be doing next term. We've just been so fully booked with clients, and I am all the way up until the end of June, that I haven't been doing these things. Well, I have been doing the events, groups, goals, holidays, and adventures. I'm doing all 5 of those things, but this is one that I've stopped doing, and I can tell you it's a really fun thing. Even the simple interviews like the Great Brain Book Off that I did with Tony was a really popular interview, and I want to do the Great Body Book Off with Suzanne and the Great a whole heap of other interviews on all of our different life elements. What's Alicia got saying? Watch this space, Jodes and Sue, be careful what you wish for. I have found this is the beauty of having an operations manager on board. Alicia's going to be there, Sue, pushing us out the plane. She said, I found our skydiving experience. The 7 Effect team will come to you from the sky. Oh my God. And this is the thing. Alicia's going to make this happen, Sue. So I hope you're ready, my friend. So yes, interview people for sure. Alicia, love it. Sue, I'm getting nervous. All right, drum roll. Number 7, the 7th thing you can do to build your brand and have an awesome, fun time doing it. Boom, do a research project. So we launched this with Pooja a couple of weeks ago. She wants to find 100 women to do some research around their relationship with money. We all know that a lot of women have money blocks and have guilt and just issues around money. So Pooja's doing a research project around that, and she's going to use that data to share back in her community from an education standpoint. I want to share with you a little mini story about the value of market research. Years and years ago, before I had the 7 Effect, I had another business called Mud Drum Australia. I was a pottery artist by trade, and I made drums and percussion instruments like boom, boom, boom drums. They were beautiful. They were handmade. They were made on a pottery wheel, and I loved them. And we shipped them all over the world. Very spectacular. Before we became global, I did a course called the Enterprise Workshop, the Enterprise Development Workshop. And basically it was think a cross between Survivor and The Apprentice. Groups come in and they do this course. You have to form teams. And then as a team, you need to do a full business plan and then pitch to a panel of judges, and there's a winner. So we won, spoiler alert, we won the entire thing, SA's #1 business, which was very exciting. We also won the best marketing plan because marketing is a real strength of mine. But way back at the start of the course, we had to do very rigorous market research. And this meant getting on the phone to potential stores that could stock my drums and just asking them to answer a few questions. This was all before social media was a thing. Like, this is in the olden days, my friends. So there was no Facebook, there was no social media, there was no Survey Monkey that I knew of. It was basically get on the phone and ask them a questionnaire and then file that in your own Excel spreadsheet. Someone on my team took care of all the data management. Now, here's the interesting thing. We would email them photos of the drums and say, look, we're doing a little bit of research. This is a new company that's launched in Australia. We would love to know your thoughts on these products and where this product would suit in the marketplace as an expert who's in the gift industry. Now, the interesting thing is people were very open to being part of the research, which was great. But a lot of people said, we want to stock them as well. So we actually got orders through doing our market research. Another thing we had to do was we took a display of drums and we set them up at the Brickworks markets here. And we just asked passers-by with our clipboards and our survey, would they mind coming and looking at these products and completing a little bit of market research? So again, we said, this is a new product that's going to the market. We're just looking for potential consumers to give us some genuine feedback on the look, the feel, and the quality of the product and how it could be better. Now, people love to give their 2 cents worth. And the beautiful thing was doing that market research at the Brickwork markets, again, we actually sold drums. We weren't trying to sell anything, but people just became very interested. Not everybody bought one, of course. So I really want you to understand that market research is a very fun, exciting thing to do. Don't do it in a boring and conventional way. Do it in a quirky and clever way. And you've got to actually drive the project as a movement, as something that you really want to find out. So here's some inside information about Freedom Fest. We're actually speaking with a market research company who specialize in doing big social research projects. And so we're talking to them about partnering with them to do a big research project and interview 500 Australian business owners around their current relationship with freedom. How free do they feel mentally, financially, physically, and emotionally? And so we're going to do this survey, and it's going to be called the Freedom Test. And once people complete it, they will be given a freedom score. And then obviously at Freedom Fest, we will present all of this data. And this is think like the census that goes around. It's information that happens, research project that happens every few years. The Freedom Test will be done with business owners every single year. And then at the Freedom Awards, we will present the data and obviously give people the strategies and the processes they need to improve their freedom score. Now, we've got a goal to interview 5,000 people. Of those 5,000, we're hoping that 150 will want to get in the room with us for 3 days and increase their freedom score. In fact, we only need another 100 and something because we've already got people booked in, which is fantastic. But can you see already how this research project of the Freedom Test, which gives people a freedom score, could lead into a wonderful community builder for us? If you want to know another example of someone who's done this very well, think the godfather of positive psychology, Martin Seligman. He was a thinker in residence here in South Australia in 2014, the year that we launched our business actually. And so Martin Seligman, godfather of positive psychology, decided to lead a movement that would change the way psychologists work with their clients and focus on positive rather than problem. Anyway, when he was here in South Australia, he did a lot of research. And in fact, before he was here, he created his VIA survey, which is his Values in Action survey. And he also did a lot of other research here to measure the levels of well-being in people, looking at his PERMA model. And so this research project went out. There's a big paper that you can download about the scores and the well-being of people. And the Values in Action survey as its own tool has become one of the most popular free tools that people use to identify what are my top 5 strengths that I should be using in life and in my career to help myself stay positive and happy and have a strong sense of well-being. So if you're interested in research projects, obviously you don't have to do anything as big as the Freedom Test or the Values in Action survey, but even Pooja is doing a really great job of just getting her 100 women, starting to gather some data, and it starts to build a community very quickly and very easily for you. And it positions you as an expert who really understands their niche in a deep and wise way. All right, that's it from me. So there they are. Go to an event, join a group, set and share your goals publicly, take a holiday for yourself, go on an adventure, interview people, and do a research project. 7 fantastically fun ways that you can build your business and your brand. None of them feel like work. All of them are really like just living a great life, much like what our coach said to Amy. Your job as a coach or a consultant is to live an extraordinary life and inspire others to do the same. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Remember, the call is on at the regular time, 10 a.m. this morning. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below or give me a thumbs up if you're all good, and I will see you on the call. Thanks very much, everybody. Let me find my closeout. See you soon.